Hello, welcome to part 2 of the series where we test the Pico W controller PCB. I will link the video where I did the initial tests on this card above so you can check it out. In the last part we started with BLE basics, and this time we will test bidirectional communication. Now if you're wondering why I'm doing all this, it's because I want to show you how the PCB works with BLE communication before we move on to the next phase. So you'll be seeing more of these videos up to button control. And I will also have a GitHub repo for all of these tests where these videos will be posted on there. And the code will also be available if you'd like to try it out yourself. Also, I will link the GitHub repo related to the code that I've been using in these videos and the Medium article in the description as well. So let's get started. Let's get started. So, as you can see, I have both the Pi and the Pico set up. So for the code we'll be using is pi send receive.pi and pi times send.pi. So I'll show you cat pi send receive. So just to give you an idea, basically this code sends and receives data. So we'll be trying this out first to make sure that we can establish bidirectional communication. Then after that we'll do this one, where we send the timestamp. So where we will send the timestamp to the Pico. And same here with the Pico, where we will send first, we'll send and receive data using this code to establish communication. And then after that, we will also send the current time to the Pi. So essentially, the Pico will send the time to the Pi, and the Pi will also send the timestamp back to it. So essentially, we'll be reading the timestamps on both the Pi and the Pico. So that's all the setup. And also I've already enabled the environment where I installed Bleak. So it's the same as before. So I will link the first video to the series in the card above here, so you guys have an idea of what I'm doing. So let's just get to the demos. So the demo works this time, and unlike last time, it's not repeating any numbers, so that's working well. And we're getting hello from Central as we predicted, so this is working perfectly. So okay, notice it skipped one number, but it still works. So now, okay, now it stopped skipping numbers, so that's perfect. So okay, but otherwise it does work. So let's stop the code. And there we go. It stopped just fine. So now let's move on to the next one. So we'll move on to pi times send. So we'll run this again. And then we'll do and we'll run that as well. All right, it's getting the time as exactly as I predicted. And luckily, the timestamp is mostly correct. So, I mean, okay, it's a few seconds off, but it is correct. So this time we have more success than on the basics, but that was mostly a code issue. But at least we got it to work, so I'm going to stop it here. And luckily it stopped by itself. So the tests were a success. So that's it for the demos. Based on the tests, Bidirectional communication does work with the PCB. Next time we will test the temperature sensor, potentiometer control, and button control. See you next time.